I think that's very well said. And now let's talk about DK, okay? Let's shift gears here, Emilio. We'll have plenty of time to talk about Lamar and his health as the season goes along, or as the week goes along leading up to the game Saturday night. DK Metcalf, did you see what happened here with DK?
Yeah, fan was leaning over, right? Looked like he was holding a terrible towel or had a jersey or something.
Yeah, so I couldn't tell if it was that or he had like a wig on, like a blue wig, but I've got a little bit different take here, right? And we're gonna go into the vault a little bit here. And first though, let's play this audio from Good Morning Football. I've got a screenshot from the incident. If we play any of the video, you guys know what'll happen. So we got to be real careful with this, right? But there was an incident earlier in the year too. I've actually just to kind of add to it. I didn't add it in here yet. My bad, Amelia. Let me or did I? There should be an image of DK. Here it is right here. Bang.
Oh, bang.
So,
bang.
So everybody kind of knows. Thank you for that super chat, Mike. We appreciate you, buddy. So there you can see what happens. I don't know if he grabs the wig or grabs his shirt, but he pulls him down. And then as he pushed him away, to me, it didn't look like he punched him. It looked like an open hand. He just kind of shoved him away. And I'm not trying to minimize this. I agree with Mike. He's going to get suspended. There's no doubt about it, right? But I love the girl on the right there's, you notice she wasn't like, get out of here, get out of here. It kind of makes me wonder if she was sitting there going, this guy's got what, he's running his mouth.
He could have said some stuff right there, Clay. You know what I'm saying? You can hang over and say some stuff right there.
Yeah, and people were saying, like I see Andy Dubs in the chat says a fan called him out by name. That could have been the case, right? However, we don't know what all was said. I've been to these games, and I know everybody else has. The crowd, they will say stuff sometimes. I've been in the stadium before, and I'm like, that railing's there is the only reason you're saying that. Bro.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you're saying that. So, again, DK has a history of this too, right? DK Metcalf has a history of getting personal fouls in the game, and it seems like it's easy to put a quarter in that guy, right? It just is. But at the same time, as a fan, what did you say? Why are you leaning over the railing too? Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Like, why are you leaning down trying to get into his face? How is he able to even grab a hold of you right there? Right. So there's just a lot of stuff here that comes into play. I'm going to play this audio. This is from Good Morning Football. This was Kyle Brandt interviewing our boy Ian Rappaport, and Ian just kind of gives a little bit of information on it. I see the super there, Seth. We'll get to it in a second, buddy. We appreciate you. Here was Ian Rappaport and Kyle Brandt on Good Morning Football.
CBS has the clip. He puts his hands on a fan. He's displeased. The fan throws his hands up. Weird image. I hate seeing it. DK seems like a really cool player, but this is horrible. So what are you hearing about this?
Horrible. Yeah, this is something that will be investigated by the NFL.
Now, keep in mind, Ian Rappaport works for the NFL. He's going to say the PR line, right? He works for the NFL Network, which is owned by the NFL. So this is him. He's going to try to say everything, DK's wrong. Right. There we go.
And likely decided upon by the end of the day when we've seen players be suspended. Generally, it's come Monday at night. So I would say look out for that today. We've seen a couple different angles. That looks like a punch. There's another angle that looks more like a swipe. Now, the fan was quoted by, I believe it was the Detroit Free Press, saying that DK got mad because he called DK by his full name rather than just his initials. Seems like a weird thing to get mad about, but I guess anything is possible. Who knows? But yes, this will be reviewed by the NFL. If there is a suspension, then obviously DK Metcalf will not play the next game, in one that, with a lot on the line for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but certainly a very, very weird situation and a weird game.
Yeah. And what is the next game? Let's just hold that. Remind me. We'll talk about that on the backside. We'll get sidetracked. So here's what I wanted to point out. When was the last time you've seen a player go over and put his hands on a fan in the National Football League? Does anybody remember?
Mid-game.
Mid-game, right. So, because I can't. I don't remember, right? I don't. Well, you guys remember this incident right here? Do you remember when Matt LaFleur got into it? And again, I can't play the footage, but you remember when Matt LaFleur got into it with a Detroit Lions fan?
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not justifying what DK did, but if everywhere you go it smells like dog crap, you might want to check your boot, right? And that's why I said in the original tweet, and I've already closed it out here, but I'll put Dara's tweet up here real quick. And again, I would play the video here, but obviously it's you won't be able to hear the sound very well because he's it's coming off of a TV. But essentially, what I said in this tweet was, I said obviously DK Metcalf can't respond this way, but remember when a Lions fan tried to provoke Matt LaFleur on the field? This was pregame. Remember when the Packers and the Lions were playing? I think it was last year or the year before. So this doesn't seem to be an issue with the other 31 fan bases, only trashy ass Detroit Lions fans. We've seen this firsthand on social media this year. Now they're real quiet. Now Lions fans have stopped chirping. They are dead silent now, right? Funny how that works when you kick their ass twice in a year.
Yep.
But Dara put this out. Matt LaFleur just told a Lions fan on the field who was taunting in his face, "Shut the F up. It's getting very, very spicy before a ball has even been snapped," right? And shout out.
Wasn't he like he was like pulling out the flag or something? The dude was running the flag and was going out of his way to try to talk smack to a head coach of a football team. Like, dude.
Yep. And then as soon as he got the attention he wanted, right? Probably shouldn't do this. I'm going to play it. I want you to notice. Now pull it. You're good. Pull that off there. Thank you, though, Emilio. I want you to notice what happens here. Watch the fan. So the fan's talking to him, right? And Matt's going, get off the field, and watch the fan. See him. Get it up, crowd. Get it up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's what he
needs his support. He can't do it by himself. Go ahead.
Right. And it's obvious what he was trying to do was provoke Matt LaFleur, right? So, again, I'm not saying DK is right with that whole situation. What I am saying is it's funny how this always seems to happen with Detroit Lions fans.
Well,
they got a little bit
when they take the paper bag off, Clay, then they get a little bit of voice to their.
They got a little bit of success over the last few years, right? And all of a sudden, the trash is coming out of the trailer park, right? Everybody's out there running their mouth, and all of a sudden DK's grabbing one by the collar. You have Matt LaFleur cussing one out on the field. I'm just saying this isn't happening to the other fan bases. Yes, you get chirpers, like I said earlier, right? And I always think that Relling was there, you wouldn't be saying that, right? But I don't know, man. This just seems like it's Detroit Lions fans have kind of hit this different level this year, and it's funny to watch karma just smack them in the face. So, what's your take on all that? Everything. Am I wrong there? Am I drawing too much of a parallel because it is a fan base? It's a rival fan base.
No, I mean, it's not a great look for DK right now, a great look for the NFL, but I also think that dude could have said one of a million things to DK that spun him over the edge. And the fact that it happened in game, the dude was trying to, like, you can't even get a player's attention. You know what I mean? Mid game to have him leave the sideline to go over there and say something. So I feel like there was a reason that he did that. Yeah, you can't be going around doing that. But I also, Clay, it's like, someone's going to talk some smack like that to you. You're not, I mean, you were standing on business or what's going on here. You know what I mean? So, so I think that's completely fair for him, but yeah, you're going to have to take the L. If you skip out a game, whatever. I pulled up their schedule next week. They're at the Browns and then they're home against the Ravens.
Got it. Okay, cool. For some reason I was thinking it was another NFC North team, and I was like, of course, right? Yeah, of course, this is going to be the Bears or somebody, right?
Yeah. So, but again, on top of that, you got the dub too in their house. Basically, knocked them out of the playoffs. Like that's more smack talking to that kid right there. That you can go take that mop that he's got dyed blue and just take that thing and throw it away for the year.
Yeah, so obviously their backs are against the wall. The Packers, I think, have a 94% chance of making the playoffs now, and the Lions are just a little small glimmer of hope trying to hang on to the season. We got a super chat here from Seth. Good to see you, buddy. He says, DJ game winner looked kind of like both hands came off the ball and lost rolled on the ground, but never got better angles. Doesn't even seem like they checked. I'm trying to think of what he's talking about. DJ game winner. The DJ Moore catch.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. You guys got to use first and last names for this dumb redneck. I apologize. I absolutely butchered it. So, yeah, when I first seen it, I thought that please don't be a catch because it did look like it might have hit the ground. The replay that I seen, Seth, I think he caught it. I didn't see anything on the replay where it looked like the ball hit the ground. But to your point, it did kind of seem like they didn't take any time at all to see if he actually caught it. I understand what he's saying there, too. You think they would just stop for a second, go, all right, it's under review. Let's make sure it's a catch. Did they do that at all that you've seen? I don't remember.
I remember, no. And you would think that they would, right? Just because that's what they're trying to do is hammer that out. You got the quick, get the replay assist and all that. But no, Let's just move on. It's easy when we're watching from TV and they choose not to show some of that stuff. You know what I mean? Because we can go back and rewind and actually see it. But then sometimes you see something super obvious and they just pick the camera angle showing something completely, different from that happening on the play. And then they won't show another clip. So,
right. Yeah. And listen, there's a lot of other stuff that's happened. Obviously I put several tweets out, like the one of Quay Walker's jersey being held was wild to me, man. Hell, there was one last night. I don't know if you've seen it, but they didn't call a PI on Baltimore. The dude tackled the guy. I mean, before the ball even got to him, he literally wraps him up around his waist, slides down his legs, trips him up, and the receiver catches the ball, hits the ground, the ball flies out. No foul at all.
Clean.
Yeah. But the Quay Walker one is just wild to me since he brought up kind of the officiating and not really looking at that play. This is the one that got me, Seth. This is the one that was just like going back and looking at it and watching the tape again. You're like, how do you miss this? How do you miss this call right here? And again, this is the most important play of the game. Mm-hmm. And people are, how does Caleb continue to make these guys miss? How does he evade these? And thank you for the super chat there, Seth. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because they got a handful of, I mean, the guy is completely horizontal in the air with his hand holding Quay Walker's jersey, stretching it out a good 2 feet. Like, again, Emilio, it's getting more and more difficult.
And you're acting like that doesn't, people are acting like that doesn't stop momentum. If a dude that's 250 pounds is holding something back, who's another dude for 250 pounds, there's a momentum being stopped there at some point. Game of inches, we talk about it all the time. But the fact that you get away with something like that on that kind of a play, no.
And there's when a fan base wins the game, they don't complain about it typically. We try to complain about it even with a win. We did it 2 weeks ago, remember? It's like, hey, look, we won the game, but still this is an issue, right? So the fans that go, oh, quit whining just because you lost. Okay, when you lose, right, you're going to be the one complaining. Mm-hmm. We're the only ones that are going, hey, I know we won anyway, but look, this call, and this call. The goal should be to get it right. Yeah. And it sucks because this is going to go down as one of the games of the year. It sucks that we lost the game, don't get me wrong, but Caleb Williams, this throw right here, Emilio, was a dime piece. Like it was and again, evading the rush, rolling, scrambling left just a little bit. It's kind of semi across his body, but had to reset, fired a cannon shot. We shouldn't have to be sitting here talking about, but did the officials play a role here? We shouldn't have to do that.
Because they would have been willing to throw a flag on a pass interference, no problem on that last play, right, Clay? That wouldn't have been an issue if we could have thrown a pass interference call, but a holding call? No.
Absolutely. So, again, we didn't have this on the show notes here this morning, but I'm glad that Seth just bringing certain things up like that. It is a little bit – it's a little bit different, man. I don't know. This year just feels different with some of the calls. And again, last night, I put that tweet out last night in the Patriots game for the same reason. Matter of fact, I could probably find it real quick and then we'll wrap up. I got Mandy blowing my phone up over here. I was supposed to do a 20-minute segment. We're 35
minutes. And then she said, look who showed up, and then now we're late. Yeah. I think I got the segment for you, Clay. That's who we're looking for.
There you go. So we can show you a still shot here. And again, people go, oh, it's a still shot. You need to show the video. Okay. I don't think you need a video for this one. All right. Let's just show it here. You see, all right. So the receiver's trying to catch the ball, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, look, the ball still isn't there. Look at this defender, bro. Look at this defender. Look at this. Slides all the way down his body. Got him by the legs, keeping him from jumping. Right? What are we doing? No penalty. And watch number 44 look up. He looks up and around like, oh, crap. And nobody.
Like, oh, okay. I got away with one.
Yeah. So again, I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm not a Ravens fan. I'm not trying to, the point is like there's something going on. How does it get to this point where you could see a blatant pass interference with the game on? That was the fourth quarter, I believe. Mm-hmm. And you've seen the end zone in the background. They're driving. They're trying to win this thing, right? But again, you always step back and go, but hold up a minute. All right. What's on the line for the Patriots? Okay, they're the number 1 seed now, I believe. If not number 2 seed, they pretty much got the playoffs.
I think they got a berth with that win.
Right. So, and I think we all agree they were going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
One of the best records in the league. But the point is, you look at the Baltimore Ravens. Which team did the call benefit? It benefited the Ravens. Okay, what happens with the Ravens? They're in a divisional run here against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who won today. Every week we get a controversial call. I'm telling you, every single week you look up and go, that benefited the team that's trying to catch up. Mm-hmm. That benefited the team that's trying to, that's like with the Packers. The Packers and the Bears. The Bears got penalized way more than the Packers on Saturday, right?
Yep.
Now you looked at the one call there at the end of the game. I don't think that's why the Packers lost, but boy, it's a bad look. That's a game-winning play. They didn't call a hold, right? Okay, so the Bears were penalized more than the Packers all night. Who's in first place? The Bears are in first place. The Packers were chasing the Bears down. And lo and behold, the Bears get penalized more than I'm just saying every week. Pay attention. Just watch it. It's really strange how it almost never benefits the team who's kind of got this extensive lead, or they're leading. The
Lions got a couple calls against the Steelers the other night, Clay. Why? So that we could get the Steelers down to a loss so that the Ravens could be playing for the game in Week 18.
Yeah, it's weird. And listen, I understand there's a portion of the fan base, the NFL fan base, that says, no, I think they're just bad at their job. They can't be that bad on that pass interference. You can see the official in the background watching the whole thing happen. He sees the guy draped on him. You've got officials, we've shown it all year long, them watching them hold mock. They're looking at Micah. No, I'm not talking about rip calls. Immediately people go, well, was it a rip move? I'm talking about Micah speed rush around the edge, no rip, just dip, get the edge, and they got their hand on his throat. Official standing right there, no flag. It's really, really strange, man. Really strange. I'll just leave it at that. So there you go. We covered DK Metcalf. We covered a little bit of bad officiating. Let me make a note there. And we're going to wrap up right there. There you go. Emilio's got the it's hilarious. That's really hilarious. So, yeah, and this is another one, too. Coach Lynn says here, last one, the ending of the Lions game call was crazy. It was. Yeah, it was. Absolutely was. So, all right, we're going to wrap it up there, guys. I can get going and see if Mandy's ticked off or not. If you guys are watching this video back later, appreciate you guys. Let us know in the comments. How do you feel about the DK Metcalf situation? Was he out of line? Was the Lions fan out of line? Do you think there's a commonality there between the Lions fans constantly doing this type of stuff and getting into it with coaches and players? Or do you think it's just something that was just a coincidence? Also, let us know about the officiating. How do you feel about the officiating in the NFL? We want to hear from you guys. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, click the bell icon so you're notified when we go live on this particular channel in the future. Everybody have a great day. Emilio, I appreciate you jumping in here on short notice, man, like that, just hopping in. Yeah, we'll see you guys tonight, 6 p.m. Central for PTA Live. My name is Clayton. That's Emilio. Go Pack, go.
Here we go. We're out. Bye, guys.